Kevin Stefanski, everybody's made a big deal about Baker Mayfield's second year in the same system. It's also the second year for Kevin Stefanski with Baker Mayfield and calling the plays, which is an advantage for Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is, Matt. Getting a year under your belt as an offensive staff, the communication that has to occur during a game, the communication that occurs between me and the defensive staff, the game management side of things. So we do have a year under belt. We know how we want to be better. We know how we can communicate better. And just talking about play calling, it does give me the opportunity to mention we do it very collaboratively. I'm very, very fortunate to have coaches on my staff that have called plays before, guys that are outstanding on game day in particular, and making sure that I have all the information that I need.
And again, Doug, he's a really bright guy. He's going to play to his players' strengths, and now he knows them a little better. And he gets an entire preseason and training camp, which he didn't have last year as well.
No, I think, we've talked about that a lot, on the Orange and Brown Talk podcast and things like that, there's an idea of what we think Kevin Stefanski is as a play caller, but a lot of that, I think last year he sort of had to do what he was familiar with based on, well, this is my foundation. These are my principles. I don't have a normal off season. I'm the new guy. I got to figure stuff out. So now this is like, right? I mean, whatever. Last year was Algebra 1. A plus B equals, I don't even know what it equals. But like now you're starting to do the things with the angles and the calculus stuff. And like my senior year of high school, I started in calculus and then I went out of town and I came back and I didn't understand anything. So I dropped it. So I probably shouldn't use a calculus analogy, but the foundation is there, right? The foundation is there. And I think the main thing that I am looking forward to, hopefully, is like smart risks that all coaches would talk about limiting turnovers, don't make mistakes, but you have to be willing sometimes to put it out there to really make a big play. And so you have to believe in your quarterback, know your quarterback. You guys have to be on the same page to take those risks because you think, man, we have a really good chance of hitting that. And that's next level for this offense. So I think that'll help maximize Odell Beckham. We talk a lot about Baker's familiarity with Odell Beckham Jr., but I think Stefanski's familiarity with Baker will allow him to try to use some of those weapons in a more smart risk kind of way. So I think there's a chance for a big leap there too. We're talking about second-year leaps, like a second-year leap in the Kevin Stefanski play calling based on the familiarity, I think absolutely on the table.